Hi all, my name is Gundam. I'm part of Veteran Sync Group and this is the first tutorial of SQHUB initiative. In particular, this tutorial is designed to give you a clear guidance, I hope so, though the English is not my first language, on how to access the SQHUB portal and use the first module available, which is dedicated to the management and tactical visualization of a dynamic BMS campaign. This model allows you to view the strategic situation of a campaign on a web page and provide a range of key information to understand the campaign status, whether you are in PvE or otherwise scenario. The first thing I want to show you is how to access the SQHUB portal. You can do this by visiting the Veteran Sim Group website and clicking the dedicated link in the navigation bar on the right as I show you. Please consider that this tutorial is I use the dev environment, but I will provide you the URL of Veteran Sync Group site on the notes of the tutorial. Let's click on the SQHUB link. The first thing I want to show you is the registration tab. As you can see, is very straightforward. You simply need to enter your call sign, choose your password. You also have the option to put down some notes about yourself, your squadron, your story is an option anyway, and confirm creating the account. For simplicity, I'll now log in using my existing account. And once logged in, you will land on the dashboard, which show the currently active and accessible models on the left side of the page. As you can see, these are the campaign management and campaign visualization models. A notice highlighted above there inform you that you can click on any module of interest to view its features. Let's start on the campaign management module. This module allows you to create your first campaign and edit its main parameters. As a first step, you can choose which operation you want to work on. And since we are assuming you haven't created any campaign on SQHUB yet, let's go ahead and create a new one. Before we do that, there is an important thing to mention. The dynamic campaign model in SQHUB is designed for Falcon BMS, as I said before, and it gets all the information about units and objectives from specially prepared SQHUB files, which are exported from Mission Commander. So I think it's worth taking a short pause to look at the Mission Commander views that allow you to generate these files before to click on Create New Campaign here. So let's go on Mission Commander. The CSV file you need before configuring a new campaign in SQHUB are Objective CSV, which you can generate using the Export Object CSV in advanced options. This one. And Units CSV, which can be created by copying and paste the content of the Units tab. Just make sure to select all units first. This is very important. To be sure you save all the units, all the campaign units. Okay? So go on the first row, select this row, all, select all, and copy and paste on an empty Excel, saving it on CSV file. Okay? You should also take note again, always in Mission Commander and on the Teams tab in particular, about the country ID and their relationship for each country. Okay? This is useful on SQHUB to understand which country are against who, and the ID of each country as we see in this tutorial. All right, now we are ready to set up a new campaign in SQHUB. Let's go back to the dashboard and choose Create New Campaign option. As you can see, a form will open that needs to be filled in with all the information required to define a campaign. In particular, campaign name, for example, my first campaign. The theater, let's go on Balkan. The status, depending on whether the campaign is running, paused for tactical analysis, on hold for holidays, or frozen, or other reason, and so on. A lot of these fields can be changed during campaign, thanks to the campaign manager module, but for the moment, let's choose in War. Select mode could be PvP or PvE. In PvP mode, the form will also ask for 3 passwords to filter units viewing the map, 1 for red, 1 for blue, and 1 password for users who can see everything on the map. Maybe the organizer, the moderator, and so on. Let's choose PvE for the moment. Okay. Now it's time to use the notes you took in Mission Commander. So for each country ID listed the form, enter the country name and assign its faction, red, blue, or gray for neutral. So for example, let's put, just for example, I don't remember the ID mapping now, but it's not important. It's just an example. Let's put here in this way. And on the owners section, you can define blue or red side, and in this case, we can leave the last one neutral. Perfect. Next, you need to upload the files that will be used to load the initial state of the campaign. This is very important and is required both for units and objectives. So just select. I have to translate in English this one, but I can do this after. Units, objectives. Okay. At this point, clicking Create Campaign will create the campaign's instance. A confirmation message will let you know that the files were successfully loaded and that the T0 state, so the initial state of the campaign, has been saved. So great, your first campaign has been created. You can now view it using Campaign Visualization tab, selecting it through the available filters. So Balkan Theaters, my first campaign, here you are. Okay. This view, it seems quite complicated at first, but don't worry. You can filter the view, simplifying it, highlighting just the units and the object you are interested on. Okay. You can even click on the unit to see some information about the type of the unit, its call sign, the assigned objects. A yellow circle will point on the assigned objects during the campaign, so this could help even to understand if the direction of your unit is correct, is in line with your strategy, for example, and so on. The tabs on the right show the first one, the supply chain, let me say, situation. The comparison between current and initial state, the comparison between red and blue energy state. As you know, on the dynamic campaign in Falcon, power plant has specific roles as factory, as refinery, and all is reported here So you can even, let me say, design your strategy depending on the situation. Force ratio, as the name says, show the force ratio between red and blue. And even in this view, you have the comparison between current and initial situation for each sides. And let me say, and weighted estimation between the two sides, just to understand which are in a better position to won the campaign. Objectives lost and win will show you during the campaign which is the objectives that has been won or lost by which size. And the search is simply a way to highlight on the map the objectives to maybe point a strategy toward that, or maybe during a briefing, as you want. You can, let me say, leverage on this functionality during your tactical brainstorming. As you can see above, there is a live message. The moderator can let me say, let participants know about key information about the campaign, working on these features. The moderator even can upload the data, so the current campaign situation, using campaign management module, as you can see in the next tutorial. Consider that this is just the first version. The dynamic campaign of BMS is quite complicated. Not all the parameters are clear for us, but we are working hard to enhance this view, and I hope you enjoy it. And don't hesitate to contact us using the contact link above to let know your impression. If you want to give us some suggestions for improvements and so on. And finally, I hope you enjoyed this first release. Thank you for your attention.